Hello guys, this is DC Trader for another market update, and today is December 10th, 2020, and it's 15 days before Christmas Day. And I hope everybody's doing great today. And of course, our S&P 500 it didn't make another new high again yesterday, guys. And remember, I was talking to you guys around here. I was kind of excited. I'm gonna go, oh, another new high. At yesterday, it just dropped its floor, even back down to the low of the previous day. And today seems to be going down. Anyway, things do happen. I think that's definitely a profit taking yesterday. And when the market opened, which is this white area here, usually, although it's all electronic, guys, but normally before, when it opens around 9:30, that's where the market opens, and most of the traders are there in the US session for the S&P 500, and you'll see it's more active than the previous early morning. Not too many people, but in the after 9:30, it's getting some more action, a little bit faster. All right. So let's take a look at our markets, guys. And our markets is, at least today, let's change this one to our market. At least today, guys, we are trying to go up. Although, remember guys, yesterday, I tried to mark this area one or the other. The good news is it did not go down below in this particular level, right? And it's trying to make a bull micro. Although, number one, it went up higher to 7,132 or 33, around that area. And it actually touches there and it's trying to go up. That's a good news. Although we did not break out of 7,183, but let's see. Now for the price, the major price for tomorrow, basically we'll just add this area here. One or the other, guys. And I hope tomorrow we'll continue above 7,168 and continue to create higher highs. That is for this particular market. The next market that we're gonna talk about is AC Energy. And AC Energy, guys, it is doing, look at that, guys, look at that. Basically, before we do that, let's do a little flashback. That is good. So the only thing is one or the other. It actually break first the other, then go to the other side. But that's okay. So now we know this is a bull micro. So what happens tomorrow? Let's put this one here and adjust this a little bit. One or the other. It's either 615 or continuation going to the upside. And from the looks of it, hoping that the market will continue to jive with us, this can go up higher. There's a continuation if the market has the continuation tomorrow, because I can't understand it.
End of flashback.
Screen, and if you take a look at this, minimize this. All right, what happened, guys? We are doing, look at that. See, I marked this two area, and basically it opened there. The market dropped down. Actually could not, I think it could not even retest to the tick of 617 and pushes up higher and breaking highs. Now definitely that is a continuation to the bull micro, and that is good for this particular stock. And if you take a look at on the other side, look at that, guy. Boom. It break down, could not break below 583, which is the this particular area, and try to go back higher. That is good news. So the way I would see it tomorrow, we're just gonna adjust here. It's one or the other, guys. And if it continues to this bull micro, then it should stay above 645. And that is for this particular stock. And the next stock that we're gonna be discussing is Ali. And of course, Ali, let's take a look at Ali on our little flashback.
Flashback.
I drew this box, one or the other. The problem is, it's just like our index. It went up, got a little bit excited, could not even retest back high, and now continuing to break down the lows. So that means that this is unfortunately a bear. And I was telling you guys that, okay, I'm gonna take a look at it. Once it does that, I'm gonna take a look at what happens to 3855. And Lord and behold, it just touches that level. Buyers responded, but the problem is there's no continuation. So what is the big level for tomorrow for this particular stock? Let us just adjust this down, one or the other. So you know, if it continues to go down, there is a bear micro, right? And that is really not so.
End of flashback.
All right, we're back to here, and then let's minimize this. And what do we see, guys? What happened? Oh, that is good. So basically what happened is it opened lower, went up to the area that we mark as high, and continued to create higher highs. So you know automatically, yes, it is a bear micro, but today it changed to a bull micro. That is good, guys. So again, we're just gonna adjust this to a little area here. Let's hope it continues. It's bull micro, and if it does continue its bull micro, then you know it will break 40 and above, and hope we can reach this 41 and above very soon. All right, that is for this particular stock. The next stock that we're gonna be discussing is BDO. And let's take a look at BDO. First of all, today BDO was doing okay, although not as exciting as the rest of the stock, especially the first two ones where it stay above our area of mark, right? BDO, on the other hand, yes, there was a continuation on the bear micro, but suddenly it changed its mind, going back in the range to do a bull micro. Unfortunately, it could not retest this particular area. So for tomorrow, we're just gonna adjust this, make this a little bit bigger, hoping that this particular stock would continue to stay above 108.62 and continue to create higher highs, because our goal for this particular stock is 111. All right, that is good for this particular stock. And the next stock that we're going to be discussing is Converge. So Converge, let us do a
Flashback.
Yeah, we have never broken that one down. So again, for this particular stock, let us make this one a little bigger. So for tomorrow, we're just gonna adjust this to this stock, one or the other. And I hope that tomorrow we would stay away from 1560, guys. if we can stay away from 1560. So I'd rather have 1580 and above and continue to break higher highs. That will be great. Although we are still either one or the other here, right?
End of flashback.
Alright guys, let us go back to the screen, and today basically I marked this particular area, and today we went below, which continues the bear micro, and we also break down 1560, and 1560 was a very important level because when the start of the converge, it actually made this one a very important area, and we're back down, so which means that these sellers are still around. So for tomorrow, we're just gonna adjust this a little bit. The most important area for tomorrow, it's either 1560 or below 1546. And I hope we don't continue to go down, because if we go down any lower, we're gonna near the threshold between this level, and I don't want to go back to 1520, guys. If it goes back to 1520, something has changed, and we need buyers. Really, we need buyers to show up soon, guys, or converge will go back down, and I hope we don't go back down to 1320 here anytime soon. And let's go back to what's the next stock. The next stock is BDO. And of course, BDO. What happened to BDO, guys? Let us take a look at BDO on our flashback. The downside, but the issue is it was able to retest 715. So for tomorrow, we're just gonna adjust this, mark that area. It's one or the other. And the good thing about it, if it chooses the other guy, then basically it is still a continuation to this big bull micro. Now, if it touches this particular area and continues to go down, then you know there is still sellers left over from this 7 pesos, right? And they may want to go out, or they may want to continue to bring this down. Now, but for tomorrow, if that does not even reach to 710, then you know that there's more buyers than the sellers, so it may lighten it up to go up.
End of flashback.
Go back to the main screen and take a look at this. What happened to BDO? And BDO went breaking the... Okay, guys, we had already a confirmation of a bear micro. And right now, although it did not retest its low of 707, but still, we're nearing this threshold here of 7. And I hope that we don't go here. Because remember, it took us a while to reach here and above, and it only takes 3 days and we're back down here again. So which means I think there could be some sellers who are left over here who wants to get out. So my thinking is that for tomorrow, they may want to touch here, but I hope the buyers will overwhelm them to go up. So for tomorrow, we're just going to adjust this and mark this particular level and see what happens. Now, it could be going back down and then going to a higher high, and that's great, because that means that it confirms this area of importance, but now we're leaving this area. But I hope tomorrow we can stay above 725. And that is for this particular stock. I hope we are going to stay above 7 pesos. The next stock that we're going to be discussing is FGEN. And of course, FGEN, guys, is it doing okay? I would say overall a little bit better. Although we stayed above here for a while, one or the other, we stayed above here. But the issue there right now is that we're always testing the lower side of the equation. We're not going up higher, right? So for tomorrow, we're just gonna adjust this. See what happens? Because if it goes lower than 27.94 and stays there, then this is a bear micro. And if you take a look at that, that is not so good. It could go down in first entry going to a second entry, although it's going up a little bit higher. And there's also a moving average, so I hope this one can keep up and stay above in this one. If not, then this could go down, and I hope worried if it goes down even lower than this one. Okay, that is for FGEN. I hope FGEN can stay above this particular area, because if it goes down the third time, it could go down even lower. Now let's take a look at HLCM, our next stock. And HLCM, on the other hand, guys, basically this is one of the stocks wherein although we mark one or the other, did not do anything. It just stayed in this area here. So basically tomorrow, it is still the same. Now there's only one good advantage of this one, right? Because remember yesterday I was telling you guys, what I like about this, it's going up a little bit higher, but today it tested its low side. And it's trying to go up, which is good sign. So really for tomorrow, I hope we can stay above 715. Now, I'm hoping that the market will cooperate, as well as the index will also go up higher to our high point there, and this stock may be able to follow, right? But other than that, I feel this stock could have a chance to go up higher, and that's what I like for this particular stock. And the next stock that we're going to be discussing is JFC. And for JFC, guys, let us do a little
Flashback.
A continuation to the upside. So again, we're just gonna continue our box there, one or the other. Let's hope that Jollibee will continue its upside process. And if it does, that is good. Look at that, guys. Let's hope it continues its upside process here. And if you take a look at Jollibee, guys, look at that. This is what I'm telling you. Although this one, right, I was kind of sad because it broke this down. Now, the good thing about this, buyers were supporting this particular EMA, right? And they had continuation. And to take a look at it, we already have 6 days of upward trend, right? And of course, others like our index.
End of flashback.
Hey guys, let's go back here and let's take a look at Jollibee here. What happened to the Jollibee market? We just choose the other side. Alright, that is not good, because you know how many days Jollibee is going up? And today we just did a little profit taking. Alright, but that's okay. That's okay. We're just gonna adjust this level for tomorrow. I hope we can still stay above here. And if we stay above in this particular level here tomorrow and goes back even higher, that is good, which means that we may have a continuation to a bull micro. But right now, if we go back down even lower to 207, what happened is we are starting to have a bear micro forming. But still, overall, this stock is still on a positive side, right? But we'll see tomorrow, guys. The next stock that we're going to be discussing is MBT. Now, MBT today, well, today it is a different day for MBT. Although it did not follow BDO, but today MBT is a I know, look at that, guys. A continuation to a bear micro. And we mark this particular area and it stayed below there and it's going down. Now, the only thing that I don't want it to go back is this level of 49.83. Because this was once a breakout. You don't want it to go back there, because if it does go back there and go below to 49.83, that means sellers are still around, right? And if we mark this trend channel here, this level, oh, look at that, guys. Oh my goodness. So I hope tomorrow MBT will have some changes to the upside or create a bull micro. But the way I see it, because MBT was a slight everyday day changes to a bull to a bear, bull to a bear. So which means that this could be a very huge range. So let's see what happens tomorrow, right? It's not yet over. All right, so let's see. The next stock that we're going to be discussing is MM. Now, of course, MM today, we are doing a little better. We have actually changed from a bear micro to a bull micro, guys. Although, okay, it did retest once, but could not retest it. And it's trying to do a bear micro now. Okay, don't worry. But still, it's above our level of last night. So, the way I see it tomorrow, we're just gonna adjust this box to a little bit higher, and I hope it stays above. Because if it does stay above, guys, then we could, and creates a higher high, then we are going to the right side. But if it continues to go back down, I hope we don't go back down to 565. That is for this particular stock. And because if we go back to 565, guys, we are nearing our threshold here between these two. And I don't want to go back to these two, because if this goes down to these two, I hope this will support it, just like Jollibee. But if it does not, then there may be some continuation to the downside, right? Now, the thing that I don't understand is that I thought it was Christmas, right? So Christmas means good for our supermarket and our stores that sells goods, food, right? But as I noticed, MM, Pure Gold is not doing that well. I don't know what's going on, but let's see what happens. Like, take a look at that. Pure Gold, guys. Basically, oh yes, we were saying that, oh yes, this is a bull, a bear micro. And what happens is it open up high, then pushes back down. Although we got some buyers at this level trying to create a bull micro, but we ended up just below our area of mark, right? We're below. That is not so great. And we are below 42.50, guys. Tomorrow, I hope we stay above 42.65 and create higher highs. And especially, I want to go back above 43, guys. And if we can stay above 43, that's even better, guys. That means that there is really a big change to this big supermarket company, right? If not, then another day in Pure Gold. Not so exciting. Alright, the next stock that we're going to be discussing is SECB. Now, of course, SECB today was a not yet, yes, a little bit off, but remember, guys, we marked this level and it did not go above, it did not go below, it's just in the middle. and we're in the middle of this particular area, right? So, I mean, there's only two stocks that were like this, HLCM and SECB. It's the other, it's one or the other. Only a few break both sides, but mostly it's either one or the other. Now, the first two definitely was going to the upside. Now, the last few ones were going to the downside, right? So, let's see what happens for this particular stock. I hope SECB continues to stay above 139. And if it does stay above 139, then that means this can still be a continuation to a bull micro. The next stock that we're going to be discussing is tech. Now, tech, although, guys, it went down, but it could not retest its low. So tomorrow, we're just going to mark this particular area. Tech still has a chance to go back up. And if it does go back up, then it's a continuation to the bull micro. And if it's a continuation to the bull micro, it is good news for us. That means that we are going up, guys. Alright, so thank you very much, guys, for another market update. I hope you find this particular market update helpful to your trading as well as to your investing. So see you again tomorrow, and take care, guys, and enjoy the rest of your evening.